Sounds like a Harry Potter spell. Papifer somniferum. Poppy seeds for everyone. Yeah, it's on. Welcome to Trending Trend with Benjaja. I already hate it. I can tell. That's what I'm thinking too. Welcome to the show that happens every single day. Where we go together. If you're here or not, we go to YouTube to find out what's trending. Every day we do it first. It's a daily show, so if you want to find out what's trending every day, then you come to this show and you figure it out. But you do it with me, and we have a lot of fun, and I like to shout you out if you leave a little comment. Things are a lot of fun. Today we got no different. I think I broke. Today we've got Tom Scott trying to fail a drug test on purpose. The great news here is I've already failed a drug test. I did not do it on purpose. I was breaking up with my girlfriend. I'm sorry, hold on. My girlfriend and I were breaking up. We were going through a breakup. I was trying to get a new job while leaving my old job. I needed to borrow her pee. It was a whole fiasco. And I failed my drug test 3 times because I liked to smoke medicinal marijuana at the time when it wasn't yet legalized. Okay, so get all the way off my back about it. Shout out Ryan George. Okay, so today we've got Tom Scott trying to fail a drug test on purpose. I want to give a shout out right now to yesterday's shout out secret passcode winner, Michael Vincent Rodriguez. You're the man. You commented first with wackadoo, which was yesterday's secret passcode. So Michael Vincent Rodriguez, thank you so much for commenting, coming to the channel, hanging out. And let's get into the new video for today. Stay to the end of the video for tomorrow for the secret passcode of today, and stay to the end of the video so we can give it an official Benjaja rating. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for clicking on this video. You're so great that you did that. If you're in the habit of clicking right now and you just feel like clicking around, click on that subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be hosting the Oscars by 2030, and I can only do it with your help. So subscribe to my channel because I ain't going to stop. There ain't no stopping this train now, ball rookie. Okay, so here we go. We're going to watch the video right now.
In January off, and while I'm away, I've lined up some brilliant guest videos to take over this channel. We start with Trace Dominguez, who is one of the most enthusiastic and bouncy science communicators that I know. His channel splits up big topics into small parts, from all of human history to how we get to space. But today's video is a one-off. He's going to test an old myth and try to fail a drug test on purpose. Trace, good luck.
Here we go, Tris.
It's weird to be this excited about potentially failing a drug test. I should fail.
Oh, I love
Hey there,
that.
Puppets.
Wow. Hold on. Let's go back. I love that design. You see this design, uno dos of Trace, the curved corners, the colors. Science explains from a professional nerd. I really like the design. That's really cool. I don't usually stop to get all gizmo-y about the design. I like how Tom described Tris as bouncy. Okay.
Hey there, Poppets. Trace here. Every middle schooler exploring the world of drug myths for the first time has heard of the poppy seed defense. There were definitely rumors at my school that someone knew from the big bad schools down in Lansing had actually tricked a cop by eating a bunch of poppy seed before their drug test. And I always wondered, is this a thing? Can I actually trick an opiate test by eating seeds from poppy flowers? So I'm gonna eat a bunch and take a drug test for science. The scientific name of the poppy is Papaver somniferum. The Papaver species is native to Turkey, and it contains a milky sap that can be harvested.
Sounds like a Harry Potter spell. Papaver somniferum. Poppy seeds for everyone.
To make opium and its derivatives, morphine, codeine, oxycodone, methadone, and heroin. The Game of Thrones maesters called that sap the milk of the poppy, and that's pretty apt. It's a milky latex fluid that grows in the unripened seed pods of the flower and surrounds the poppy seeds, which grew in opium. The seeds are usually washed and processed so that they can be safely put on muffins, cakes, and breads. Sometimes some of the residue from the sap can slip through and end up making you have quite the breakfast. And
No
this is why
way.
sometimes you can accidentally fail a drug test after having a poppy seed bagel, because depending on where the seeds are from, how much processing they've had, and even how much rainfall they experienced while they were growing, all of this can affect whether there's opium on them at your favorite bagel shop. And if there is, you can get what's called a false positive. False positives happen when a test registers positive even though the person didn't actually consume the substance in question, leading to the poppy seed defense. Poppy seed defenses did actually change how we drug test for opiates, because originally the test would show positive if you had 300 nanograms per milliliter in your urine, but in 1998, the US government raised the limit by almost 7 times to try and eliminate false positives. The thing is, I actually want one, so I gotta go do my homework. Luckily for me, you can still get 300 nanogram tests online, and so I ordered some on Amazon, and they are already here because I did this a while ago and that was totally fake. I think it's good to point out that these tests can't actually tell the dosages of alkaloids. That doorbell was very convenient timing. I think it's good to point out that these tests cannot tell the dosages of any of our alkaloids, only the presence or not. But the ones I got on Amazon are specifically at that 300 level. To make sure the cheapo drug tests are not always false positive, I made an appointment to get a real drug test. Then I set up the camera, I grabbed some bagels from that local bagelry, I sliced them up, I toasted them, as is my preferred way to eat bagels. I know you're not supposed to toast fresh bagels, but it looks so cool on camera. And then I ate them 2 hours before I tested myself, because you have to wait for them to metabolize for the drug test guidelines. YouTube's content policies say that I can't actually show you the urine part of this, so here's an approximation of what's happening.
Pause. You're not supposed to toast newly made bagels? That's a thing? I didn't know that. I knew I was going to learn something today in this video. I did not know I was going to learn that you're not supposed to toast a freshly made bagel. I also didn't know that bagel shops are called bagelias. Is that what he called it? A bagelria? He didn't say that. There's all these new words he's throwing around. Alkadized, Amazon. I'm just like, there's a lot going on. I'm learning a lot, so I hope you are too. Let's keep watching. Well, that makes me uncomfortable.
Here are the resulted tests. And I totally failed. I tested positive at home at 12 hours, 24 hours, 36 hours, but then negative at 48 hours. And of course, I repeated the experiment and tested positive again. So let's understand how this works. In the case of opiates, there are 2 ways to detect if a human has consumed the drug. Firstly, you can look for the drug itself in your system. But you can also look for byproducts of the body's metabolization of the psychoactive phenytoin compounds and alkaloids present in poppy milk. And when your body breaks those down, you get all of these different things. And in fact, almost 7% of humans can't even fully metabolize something like heroin. So they have to detect a completely different chemical in the body. This is why drug testing is so important and has to be so specific. Either way, these should be detectable in your system between 48 and 60 hours, according to the US Doping Agency. And it depends on how much you consume, I would imagine, because your body only metabolizes at a set rate. So now we know that I can get a false positive at home with these tests that I bought on the internet. The question is, can I test positive for morphine and other opiates by going to a real lab out in the real world? And there's only one way to find out, and that's to go to my appointment. Unfortunately, the only appointment left at the official lab was so early in the morning. Because of the 2-hour window to eat the bagels and have them metabolized, I had to get up so early, buy them, and then I could head to the lab to get my official test.
Okay, here we go.
I can't actually film in the lab for obvious reasons, but I think you probably all know what's happening.
Yeah.
Decided to fail. Is that weird? I think it's weird.
At that point, I have to wait 3 to 5 days to get my results.
Let's wait 3 to 5 days. Let's all do it. He'll just...
I report on the phone because, classic 2020.
Negative for cocaine, oxycodone, methadone, opiates. Positive. Positive for opiates, for codeine, and for morphine. I did it! I failed a drug test! Both the at-home and in-lab tests showed false positives for poppy seeds. which means it can happen to anyone. A Maryland mom was rushed to the hospital to give birth, and she was told that she had tested positive for opiates. The hospital took her baby away from her for 5 days. But in reality, she'd just eaten poppy seeds. And I've seen this go wrong in my own life and in my own family, and maybe you have too. Drug testing is expensive and it's difficult, and failing one can be devastating, especially if it's a false positive, which, as we know, can happen. It's a balancing act. If the threshold is too low, we get those false positives. Too high, and the test is basically useless. So now that we know we can get a false positive both at home and in the lab at 300 nanograms, what should we do about it? If you ever do have a false positive, the first thing you should do, now that you know how this works, is get tested again, because it will metabolize out sooner because of the low dosages that you're going to be consuming if you've just eaten poppy seeds. Remember, I only false positived for 36 hours. Or as backup, keep Instagramming your breakfast choices, because then nobody is going to doubt that you're eating because you're just, posting it. Anyway, what do you think? Thanks for tuning in. I'm Trace, and I'll see you in the future.
Okay, I think really what we learned from this video is that we can do all the opiates that we want, morphines and heroines and stuff like that. We just do that a lot, and then when we get drug tested, we just say, I had poppy seeds, like I had a bagel. I had like a bagel 20 minutes ago, is what we learned. But let's finish it out. Let's finish it out.
Delicious. It's been here for so long.
Go check out Trace's channel. You could start with a series on brain-computer interfaces, or maybe on humanity heading for the stars.
All right, Tom Scott. Hold on a second. Tom Scott, listen, he called Trace bouncy. I didn't see Trace bouncing around once, all right? Use a better descriptor, Tom Scott. You could do a better job of describing somebody than calling them bouncy. Wait. I like the colors of all these things. Okay, finish this. Hold on, play it out.
No idea how he keeps his energy levels that high all the time. Next week, we're headed to Australia to talk about satellites with someone who reminds me a little bit of younger me.
Energy levels high all the time. We're going to go subscribe to Trace. Here we go. Let's go subscribe to Trace. We're subscribing to Trace Dominguez. Sweet. Okay, cool. Cool. Great. Awesome. Get that out of here. Flaff. All right. So here we're at the back. So we're at the back side of the half dome. We're at the last part of the episode. All right, that was a really great video. I learned a lot of things. Bulgaria, Alkazine, Amazon Prime. I learned a lot of things about poppy seeds and drugs. Great. Love that video. Love the details. Really good stuff. And then okay, so for tomorrow, we're gonna do a shout out. If you're here for the secret passcode, you've made it this far, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to this channel. Do it now. That really helps me out more than you know. So please like, comment, subscribe. Yeah. And then if you want to write in the comments, here's the secret passcode coming out right now. It is Bagalria is the secret passcode. First person to write Bagalria in the comments section, I'll shout you out tomorrow. All right, we're here at the very bottom of the glacier here. The floating device. Put your devices on. Okay. Thank you so much for coming to the show. Click around in my other videos to look for comedy stuff that I do. A lot of comedy videos. When you feel like life isn't going to get any better, just know it always gets better. Stay good out there. Ben Force, let's blast off. Blast off and share! But this awkward moment where I shut it all down, and the awkward moment where I shut it all